Hello there, Joel from Jonesy's, and today is another great day where we get to show off some of our finished products. So this is a 1959 Chevrolet truck. It's a full custom, including the chassis, the bed, the interior, and the engine and the remainder of the powertrain. Was painted with a Corvette color, Cyber gray. Sitting on 20-inch rims in the back, 18s in the front. TCI chassis with coilovers and a Ford 9-inch. We refinished all of the bedwood and then installed the stainless slats. Tucked away the fuel filler neck. Molded in a fuel door. Went with some street rod style taillights that we cut into the rear fenders. Removed the tailgate chains and went with the hidden latches. Went with a slight tint on all the windows. And then detailed the engine compartment with a bunch of gold CAD plated hood hinges, hardware. Finished off the inner fender skirts with chassis black, and then topped everything off with a 6.2 liter LS3. Has dual electric fans, and it should make approximately 495 horsepower. Some of you guys might recognize that air filter. It's a big air filter we often use on some of the Cummins conversion projects. Went with this 4-inch intake tube to kind of frame out the engine compartment and to fill it up, because the LS3 just looked a little bit small sitting in there. Installed a custom firewall to smooth that all out and painted that body color. We also finished the underside of the hood with body color as well. Try to keep the exterior appearance on all of the trim as stock as possible with the chrome grille. And then on the interior, we tried to continue a lot of the custom work by doing a custom leather wrapped dash pad. Went with the auto custom sound vintage radio, auto meter for the gauges. We wanted to try and keep this rig looking a little bit more industrial than your typical street rod, and that's why we wanted to keep a lot of the painted components and not wrap everything in leather. We stole the bench seat out of a mid-90s Chevrolet work truck, contoured the backs, and then put in some custom, I call it boot leather type pinstriping to give it, again, a more custom look. Covered up all the vintage air components underneath with some more leather panels, and then utilized some heavy-duty wool carpet. Tied the headliner insert in, did some more custom stitching, and tried to put as much leather into the interior as we could. So you can also see that we took the stock metal door panels, wrapped them, did some custom stitching around the raised portion of that, and then also wrapped some door handles in leather. Finished off the step wells with the standard pebbled grain rubber mat, so that people aren't scared to actually step on it, because if you paint those up really nice, then people don't want to step on it. So if you put a rubber mat in there, it seems to work. Seat belts are some vintage General Motors. You can see the General Motors logo right there. They actually are retractors that came out of a '69 Camaro bucket seats. That's the application for those. Did a lot of that heavy baseball contrast stitch, and then mounted the battery behind the seat, and gave you some map pockets. So unfortunately the weather outside isn't very good, so we're not going to really be able to test drive it, but I will go ahead and start it up. You guys can hear the engine. We tucked the exhaust up, had it die right into the fenders. The transmission is a 4L65E. Went with GM Performance parts for all of the serpentine belt, drive system, as well as the engine harness, which this is the fuse block you can see right there for the engine control. And then tried to hide all of the bulk of the wiring underneath that air cleaner, as well as the control modules. So there it is, finished product. Custom 1959 LS3 powered Chevrolet pickup truck. Please subscribe to the channel so that you can get all the updates on the new videos and new projects as we complete them. Thanks for watching.